Narrator, I know we're your bitch right now, but can you please not take us down to the murder basement?
Descending deeper into the building,
Have you played the Stanley Parable before? I want to say yes, because I have seen it, but no, I've never actually played it, and it's been years since I watched Jacksepticeye play it. Please adjust clarity. You may be wondering, Echo, why the hell are we seeing this part? Usually you cut this out. Well, that's because I tried to set this up before, and when I got to this point, I was like, maybe I should be recording, because with a game like this, you never know. Yep, 420. Note accessibility settings, okay. Oh, I should do my intro, shouldn't I? Hello everyone, I'm Echo, and welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, which is the remastered version of the Stanley Parable. As you can already see, it's a weird game if you've never seen it before. Very weird and very meta. But from what I've heard, this goes from this is remastered along with everything else. So translation labels? Wait, what? Show content warnings. Oh no. The second What the fuck do you mean suicide trauma? Oh my Christ, not again. Not again. Oh, I'm having flashbacks to DDLC. If you don't know, that stands for Doki Doki Literature
This is the story of a man named.
The end is never the end, the end is never the end. Yeah, it's this Stanley Parable. The end is loading. The Stanley Parable is extremely weird. So essentially, whenever I'm doing anything, even setting up the getting the recording going, it may include something, because I never freaking know.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Alright, starting out with the...
was happy.
Alright, starting out with the meta shit.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The Stanley
Something
Parable.
that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Now, if you don't know, this game has a lot of endings, and I'm actually really happy to be playing this game because I remember watching this game forever ago. I'm pretty sure I watched Jacksepticeye play this game before I even had the idea of wanting to start a YouTube channel, let alone even came anywhere near actually starting something that is starting to become more and more successful as it goes. I mean, still got a long ways to go, but, you know, it's nice. If you don't know, this game is a lot like the Far Cry games, where if you do what the well, in this case, if you don't do what the other character says, you get an ending. There's a lot of endings in this game, and apparently more than when I last remember, and I'm pretty sure it was like 20 of them. Okay, I can't wait that long. What the hell is up with that mouse sensitivity? Begin the game again, okay. Oh, crap. I can't change my mouse sensitivity. What the hell is up with me? Nothing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't
Stanley
know.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. See, this is where you have to decide. Do you listen to the narrator or do you tell him to go fuck himself? Let's just listen to the narrator for the time being. And the thing is, I know what I remember, but I don't remember anything.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Honestly, for the longest time in my life, I absolutely would have entered the door on my right and thought it was my left. But I don't remember anything that could be related to trauma, suicide, or any of that. I don't remember anything like that from this game, which is extremely concerning. It means, in some ways, I'm out of my depth.
Yet there was not a single
Tips
person
are getting
here either.
fired. What?
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Bitch. Things, money, more money. What the hell? Yeah, we're gonna listen to him for the time being. Broom closet. Not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole or 10-foot broom.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, we'll be the narrator's bitch for the time being. Keep note of anything weird other than the hotel-style decor. Executive bathroom. I'm actually kind of curious about that, what it looks like. I've heard they're terrific. There's no one
Stepping
here.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Yeah, plenty of
Shocked,
brandy.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
And who
What
is
he could not
speaking
have
to me
known
right now?
was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Okay.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah,
Yet
you just said it.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I don't remember any of this. I mean, I remember the keypad, but I don't remember this. What terrible truth is it? Where are we going? Narrator? Loading, 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 loading. Okay. Narrator. I know we're your bitch right now, but can you please not take us down to the murder basement?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
You're telling me.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I
Why did
question
he
whether or
feel
not
this
we work
now,
for Aperture
when
right
for
now.
years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Sure, and the elevator's busted. Lovely.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What? Oh, yeah, this game's so weird. And also, I'm not gonna be able to know what's what. Creepy little thing. Hello, hello.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I'm
Did
so
he have
glad
the
you're telling me what I'm
strength to find
thinking.
out?
I guess? I'm just doing what you're saying for right now. After this, you can go eat a dick. The hell do you want me to do? This is... Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
You mean not in the
co-workers.
building?
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yeah, you're telling me. What does this do?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
In corporate America, I wouldn't doubt it.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean, that's kind of what we're doing right now, being absolutely blind to the world.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Despite it currently doing that.
Would dismantle the controls once and for all.
With what? We don't carry a crowbar around. Oh, with the facility power? I mean, shutting it down with its power is one thing, but that's not really gonna solve it. Mind control idle awaiting inputs. Alright, this is creepy. It feels so weird to be playing this after all these years. Boop. Whoop. I can't tell if we're in a loading screen or... Did the game crash? Wouldn't doubt it.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes.
Music.
He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Oh, you have
Where
no
had
idea.
his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
You have no idea.
As sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
And once again, we're free from the machine's mind control, yet we're doing what he's saying. Can we even go back? No, we can't. That's probably not even loaded anymore. Is this even a door? Where the hell did this come from? We were underground!
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So once again, you're telling us how we feel. And that is how... That probably gives you an idea of how this game works. The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading never. Lovely. That gives you an idea of just what we're dealing with. And something that I should note, things change.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Get your first achievement.
Stanley decided to
Or
go to
for
the
getting
meeting
any
room.
other achievement
Perhaps he
says
had
you
simply
first.
missed
Wait,
a
what?
memo.
See? Things are different this time. Okay, beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. Sorry, what? So, we're following him again. But yeah, the achievements hold secrets to some of the endings, and then others are not. And see, now the narrator isn't talking to us unlike before.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Do we want to follow his directions again? No.
This was
Got
not
an
the
achievement.
correct way to the meeting room.
You can't
and
jump.
Stanley knew it
Wait, what?
perfectly well.
No, seriously,
Perhaps he
say
wanted
what?
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, why am I suddenly getting that now? Like I said, Wi-Fi's been wonky, so it did have something to do with the jump button. But these will give me ideas of how to get some of the endings, setting world champions, add all sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. What? Like I said, weird. Test achievement description replace this. That's a lie. Speedrun complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes and 22 seconds, not including loading times. Don't play Stanley Parable for 10 years. Yeah, I remember that. Play Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Once again, Wi-Fi. Again, what? I'm actually going to do that. But what does it count as an entire duration of a Tuesday? Creepy. I don't remember all of that stuff in the background. Yeah, let's try and go to the employee lounge. Oh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been
Strap.
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Can I actually drink it in? No.
But
Okay.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So you want to take me to take the door on my left? How about I take the door right in front of me?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yeah. There's a lot more endings than just what you saw in that achievement menu, trust me. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good
I forgot
job,
you could
Stanley.
do that.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thanks for that. There's a reason there's a way to start the game again. And that is because you can't add, like, playthrough to playthrough, the game itself doesn't reset. It keeps track of these things, what you've done, what you haven't done, and it means that if you complete certain endings or do certain things, different endings will happen. See?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Him
Stanley
not
decided to
talking
go to the
again.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What would be the fastest way to finish the game, though?
When
Yeah,
Stanley
yeah.
came to a set of two open... This
Took
was
the
not
right.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
See what I mean? The narrator remembers. That's what it means. He remembers each of the subsequent different ways that we screwed it.
But eager to get back to
Oh,
business,
that could have been
Stanley
different.
took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Not doing that again. Or yet.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Oh, good for you.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, I took the
I'm
wrong
not
foot
your
off this
enemy,
platform.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Which is?
Really?
Yes.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Not really.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Meaning? What the hell does that mean? What? Take me to a creepy back alley and stab me? mug me for all I'm worth? I ain't worth much, bud.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. Do we listen to him, or do we disobey him? Let's go from not listening to him to trusting him.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Oh, shit.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here.
Which means?
Let me show you.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, the Black Void Abyss. Absolutely trustworthy. And I'm dead. I think.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I'm not sure. What the hell?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
I think I'm feeling nauseous.
I feel happy.
What shrooms are you on? What shrooms am I on? So he wants us to stay here, right? Yeah, let's step away.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I'm leaving. Moving forward to other things.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Will we? I mean, it technically doesn't. You remember the lounge time twice.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm pretty sure you're not even gonna let me take my own life. Okay, I'll listen. I'll go back downstairs. So long as you stay quiet, don't say a single word about this, and I'll listen. Is he actually gonna stay quiet?
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Nah.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
I mean, kind
You
of.
heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What
I
about this
already
isn't getting
have.
through to you?
This is a game. I'll just respawn. Or restart, or you'll just re-molecularize me. You'll put me back together on the other side, reatomize me. Do I go back, or do I just jump? Ah, screw it.
No! Oh, thank God.
Surprisingly enough.
You had me worried there for a moment.
I'm slower.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't
That's
go back
exactly
to what
what
I was
I'm
before.
doing.
If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because I can? Please tell me I survive. Or die. Oh.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No.
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game?
No, I love it.
Yourself
Wait,
on this
wait.
platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am
Wait.
I reading the situation correctly?
You just reckon I feel so bad. The guy who did the voice acting for the narrator did such a good job. I genuinely feel bad about doing this. I genuinely want to just go sit back in that room for him, but you recognize this is a game. You can stop me. You're in control. And clearly something's stopping me from dying. I jumped off this damn thing 3 times. God
Maybe
damn
you're
it.
just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
I'm not sure I can
just wanted
kick
us to get
anymore.
along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Oh, I actually
It
feel
looks
so
like you wanted to
bad.
make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Oh my God, I feel so bad about doing this, yet this is how this game works. This is what you do. You make these choices and you see how you can screw with them. You could stop me, you know that, right?
Is it over?
Oh.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going
I think
back.
so. Well, took 5 jumps, but we did it. God damn. You gonna say anything about what happened?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Apparently
decided
not.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Oh.
he had simply missed a memo.
Did restart it. Didn't say that before, I don't think. Well, either way, I'm gonna end this episode of the Stanley Parable off here. This is an incredible amount of fun and weird, and there is a lot to do in this game. You're gonna see this game on the channel for quite some time, longer than maybe Cyberpunk, because there's just so much to do. I'm gonna do what I can figure out, what I can remember, but there is just so many endings and some new stuff that I have no clue about that it's gonna require some amount of Googling. Like, even back in the day, this game required Googling to figure out. But right now, I'm gonna end this episode on the Stanley Parable off here. If you enjoyed, think about leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Other than that, be good, be well, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye.